Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to discuss about solid mensuration. So this topic guys is was requested by one of our followers sa Facebook. So nag-post ako guys sa Facebook tapos one of our followers said na ayan, solid mensuration daw yung i-discuss natin sa next video natin. So ayan, so shout out kay Walter Makalalad. So ito na yung video for you. And for all the engineering students out there. So, solid mensuration is a topic sa engineering. So, basically, ang solid mensuration, geometry lang naman siya, pero we are dealing here with three-dimensional objects. So, basically, we are solving for volumes of solids. So, let's solve our first problem. So, in this first problem, guys, what is the volume of a cylinder 3 inches in diameter and 5 inches in height? So, yung general formula natin, guys, for volume is that volume is just equal to the area of the base times the height. So, if you have a cylinder, ang kailangan lang natin gawin is that we multiply the area of the base of a cylinder and multiply it to the height. That's time makuha natin yung volume. So, volume is equal to area ng base. In this case, yung ating cylinder, meron siyang diameter. So, that is a circular base. So, diameter natin here is 3 inches. And we have here the height as 5 inches. So, in order for us to get the area of the base, area lang yun guys nitong circle. Okay, area of circle is pi r squared and times the height h. So, basically, this is the formula for finding the volume of a cylinder. So, volume equals pi r squared. Okay, r natin dito is 3 divided by 2 kasi yung diameter natin is 3 inches. So, basically, diameter is just twice ng radius. So, therefore, radius is equal to diameter over 2. Okay, so that's just R natin is D over 2 squared here and H times H. So volume equals pi times quantity D over 2, that's 3 inches over 2 quantity squared times height, which is 5 inches. So solving for that, we have using our calculator, solve lang natin siya. So that is pi times 1.5. So that's 3 over 2, 1.5 squared times height is 5 inches. And that gives us 45 pi over 4 or 35.34 cubic inches. So that is our volume of the cylinder in this problem. So that is our final answer for this problem. Okay, so let's proceed sa ating next problem. Okay, so what is the volume of a sphere of 10 feet in diameter? So, yung formula natin guys dito sa first problem is for cylinder. This is for cylinder. And then in the next problem, we are required to get the volume of a sphere. Basically, sphere is a three-dimensional object. So, yung volume ng sphere is just equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. So, very important guys that we know the formulas in solid mensuration or solid geometry so that we can answer the problems easily. So if you forgot the formula, so very advisable guys to use the prismoidal formula. So prismoidal formula is used for finding the volume of these common solids, yung sphere, you have cone, you have cube, you have cylinder, and all common solids. So you have volume equals h over 6 times quantity A1 plus A2 plus 4 times the area of the midsection. Okay, so ano yung A1, ano yung A2, ano yung A sub M or the midsection? For example, if we go back to our first problem here, so that is a cylinder. Cylinder siya. So that is, ganito yung figure niya. So A sub 1 here is the area of the top area. Okay, ito yung top area niya, A1. Okay, and then yung A2 will be the area of the bottom, so that is A sub 2. Then area of the midsection is the area, okay, siya yung area at 1/2 of the height. So this is the area of the midsection. Okay, so that is at h over 2. If of course this full height here is h. Okay, so let's say that eto meron siyang diameter, say d. Of course, yung diameter sa baba, d rin yan. Okay, d. That's also d here. Now, in order for us to solve for the volume, just substitute. Substitute lang natin dito. No? So, volume equals h over 6 times quantity. We have here area 1 or area of the top portion of your cylinder. That is pi d squared over 4. So, that is the area of a circle in terms of your diameter. And we have here area at the bottom. That's also pi d squared over 4. So, that is plus pi d squared over 4. And we have here the area at midsection. Okay, so area at midsection is still, diameter natin dyan is d. Okay, same yung diameter along the shape of the figure. So therefore, yung a sub m natin, we have here pi d squared over 4 din. So this is 4 times am, area at midsection, that's still times pi d squared over 4. So pi d squared plus pi d squared plus 4 pi d squared. So that is 6, di ba? 6 pi d squared yan. So 6 pi d squared over 4. And here, you can see that 6 will cancel out. Okay, 6 will cancel out. And yung natira natin dito is, we have here volume equals, we have pi d squared over 4 times h. So we have this formula for cylinders. Yung d natin, pwede natin express yan guys in terms of radius. Di ba yung radius natin is just, or diameter is just equal to 2 times radius. So if you substitute, small letter d lang pala yung ginamit natin. So small letter d is just equal to, or diameter is equal to twice ng radius. So substitute lang natin dyan, magiging volume equals pi times 2r, quantity squared. So d is 2r. And we have here over 4 times h. So we have here volume of a cylinder equals pi times 4r squared. Okay, so 2r quantity squared is 4r squared all over 4 times h. So 4 will cancel out. It gives us volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared times h. So that's how you derive your formula for a common solid using this formula. So this is what you call the prismoidal formula. And this formula is very useful kasi kapag nakalimutan mo yung mga formula sa mga common solids natin, just like sphere, cone, you have a cylinder, and you have other figures na common solids, you can solve all of those problems using the prismoidal formula. So that's how important this formula is. So that's how you derive your formula using the prismoidal formula. So let's go back to this problem. Okay, so first, initially, no, if you know the formula, okay, basic, pwede mong masolve agad yung problem. So kapag hindi mo or nakalimutan mo yung formula for the specific figure, for example, sphere, gawin lang natin, pwede mong balikan yung prismoidal formula. No? So that single formula can be used sa lahat ng common solid. So, gamitin natin yung prismoidal formula to solve this problem. Okay, so using the prismoidal formula, drawing lang natin yung sphere. And then this is our area 1. And area at the bottom should be area 2. And area at midsection is itong area na to. Okay. So, of course, if this is D, yan, this is diameter. Of course, yung ating at midsection, yung height niyan is r, di ba? Radius. So, twice ng radius, of course, that is your diameter. So, this is area 1, and area at midsection A sub m is ito, yung nasa gitna. Okay? So, as you can see here, volume is equal to h over 6. So, this is now for sphere. So, times A1. A1 here, as you can see, is just a point. So, tuldok lang siya dyan. So, therefore, yung area niya dyan is 0. Okay, wala siyang area. It's just a point there. So, area 2 natin is also 0 since at the bottom is just a point. So, wala siyang surface area doon. So, that's also 0. Plus 4 times, we have here area of the midsection. Okay, area sub M. So, here, ang area sub M natin is a circle. Okay, of course, with radius R. Okay, radius R natin. So, therefore, circle yan. So, that is just pi R squared. Then after that, lang natin, simplify lang natin, no? So, volume of sphere equals h over 6 times quantity. We have here 4 pi r squared. Okay, 4 pi r squared. And we have here h natin. Ano yung h natin dito? H is this height here. So, h is height or the diameter. So, h is just the diameter. But the diameter is equal to your twice nung radius. Okay, so 2r yung height natin. So, volume of sphere equals 2r times quantity. So, 2r over 6 times quantity, 4 pi r squared. So, ito guys, yung 2 mag-cancel na dyan. So, 2 over 6, that's just 1/3. So, this gives you the formula. We have here 4/3 pi r cubed. So, r times r squared is r cubed. So, 4 over 3, 4/3, then just copy pi. Ayan guys, derive natin yung formula using the prismoidal formula. So, that's how useful this formula is. You can use it sa sphere, you can use it sa cylinder, and you can use it sa other volumes or other common solids na hinahanap yung mga volume nila. So, ayan guys, no? Let's use this derived formula using the prismoidal formula to solve this problem. So, volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, yung r natin is just equal to d over 2. Since we have here diameter is just equal to 2r. So, therefore, r is just equal to d over 2. Since diameter yung given natin. So, diameter here is 10 feet. Okay? So here, r is just equal to d over 2. So that is cube. And you have here, volume equals 4/3 pi d over 2 cube. Ang d natin is 10 feet. Okay, 10 feet. So that's over 2. So cube. So compute lang natin using our calculator. So that's 4/3 times pi times 10 over 2. That's 5. So 5 cube. So that is 500 pi over 3, or you have here 523.6 cubic feet. Okay, so ganun lang guys kadali if you're solving this using the formula. So, ang importante kasi sa solid mensuration is you know the formula for a specific shape or specific solid or volume. So, ayan, pwede mong gamitin yung prismoidal formula to solve that. And you can also use the specific formula for that specific figure na sphere. Okay? So, ayan guys, madali lang naman siya as long as you know the formula. So, let's proceed sa ating next problem. Okay, so we have this next problem. What is the volume of a circular cone? 2.5 meters in radius and 10 meters in height. So, in this case, guys, we have a cone. So, yung volume ng cone natin from formula sa mga libro na ginagamit natin is just equal to 1/3 circular cone guys na 1/3 pi r squared times height. Okay, so in this case, if you don't know the formula or nakalimutan mo yung formula, gawin natin go back to the prismoidal formula. So all in one na yun guys. All in one formula for your common solids. So prismoidal formula, we have here volume equals h over 6 times quantity. We have here A1 plus A2 plus 4 times the area of the midsection. Okay, drawing natin yung cone. So in this case, we have here yung area natin at the A1 should be the area of the top part here. So that's A1. So basically, 0 din siya kasi point lang yun. And area 2, area of the second base here is A2, area at the bottom. And we have the area at the midsection. Okay, if this is your height, H. Okay? So this is h over 2. Okay, area at the midsection. Okay, area sub m. Okay, that's area sub m. And if this is your diameter, okay, that's the diameter, d. So therefore, what is the area of the midsection? Okay, so what's the relationship between dito? Medyo kailangan nating mag-solve here. Okay, for the relationship since it is now a cone. So in this case, if you have this uh, D here or your bigger diameter, so mas malaking diameter sa bottom kaysa dito sa midsection syempre kasi papaliit siya papunta sa taas. So let's say ano na lang siya, gawin natin tong capital letter D for bigger diameter. And then of course, yung radius natin here, and say that radius here is, ayan, drawing tayo ng line. The radius here should be the capital letter R. And of course, itong area ng midsection natin, meron din siyang radius, small letter r. So in this case, okay, pwede tayong gumamit ng ratio and proportion to compute for the relationship. So this is also h over 2 papunta doon sa top ng ating cone. So we can use ratio and proportion to do that. So pwede mong i-drawing yung figure like this. Okay, this is R here. This is small letter r for the midsection. And we have here h over 2. Okay, this is also h over 2 here. And of course, yung whole height niya is h. So using ratio and proportion, we can say that we have here r, okay, r over h over 2. So r over height. So this one here over height is just equal to the bigger r at the bottom all over the height. It's total height with respect to your top. So we have here r over h. Ayan. So we can actually get the relationship between those radius. Yung radius ng area of the midsection tsaka yung radius ng bottom. So here, h will cancel out. So that becomes r. Okay. R is just equal to 1/2 of your bottom radius. Okay. So basically, we can compute for the area of the midsection in terms of the radius at the bottom. Okay, so ito na yung R natin dito. So we have here volume equals H over 6 times quantity. We have here A1. As you can see here, yung A1 natin is 0 kasi point lang siya. Then you have here A2. Yung A2 natin, yung kanyang area is pi r squared. So that is pi r squared. So capital letter kasi ito, this is capital letter R yung kanyang radius. Now, the area of the midsection, we have here plus. So copy lang yung 4 na coefficient. Tapos area of the midsection. So area of the midsection is pi r squared din, pero yung small letter r. So that is pi r squared also, pero small letter r. Then, since yung r natin, small letter r is just 1/2 of r, yung capital letter or r is equal to r over 2. So that is just equal to volume equals h over 6 times the quantity we have here, pi r squared, capital letter, plus 4 pi, so 4 pi, so r squared, 4 pi r squared, small letter. So small letter r, yung small letter or small letter r corresponds to the radius of the midsection. So r, small letter r is just equal to r over 2. So that is r, capital letter over 2. So that is squared. In this case, we can say that volume equals, we have here h over 6. Okay? So we have here pi r squared, capital letter, plus 4 pi. So this is r squared over 4 since 2 squared is equal to 4, di ba? So pwede nating makancel yung 4 here. So cancel 4. Then as you can see, magiging pi r squared plus pi r squared, or that is just equal to, we have here 2 pi r squared. So we have here volume is equal to h over 6 times quantity. We have here pi r squared plus pi r squared. So 2 pi r squared. So that gives us volume equals 1/3 pi r squared. We have here 1/3, that's 1/3 pi r squared times height. Okay, so same as here. So in this case, small letter lang yung ginamit to. So, pwede mong ma-derive yung formula for cone using this prismoidal formula, yung ginagamit natin kanina to derive the volume of sphere, derive volume of a cylinder. So, marami kang ma-derive using the prismoidal formula. So, gamitin natin yung formula to get the volume of the circular cone. Okay, so let's just erase this here. Then, solve natin yung volume ng cone natin. Okay, so direct substitution na lang. So, volume equals 1/3 pi r squared. R natin is 2.5 meters. So, that is 2.5 meters quantity squared times 10 meters in height. So, volume equals, tapit lang natin using calculator. So, 1/3 pi times 2.5 squared times 10 meters na height. So, we have here 125 pi over 6 or 65.45. So, that is 65.45. That is cubic meters. Okay, so that is the final answer for this problem. Okay, guys, so we have this practice problem here, and I want you to answer this and comment your answer on the comment section of this video. So I hope, guys, that you learned from this video and you can apply the method that I've used earlier to derive formulas for volume. Message lang kayo sa page if you have content suggestion for my future videos. Thank you guys for watching and see you on my next video.